Hey everybody, this is Digital History Podcast, and I'm Ren, Johnny, and this is Chris.
How's it going?
He was in our last episodes 2 and 3, and actually we had last week we couldn't make a podcast because the two people that are helping me, Chris and Robin, they were in conflicts. So that's okay; it
Yeah,
happens.
yeah.
So we've decided that we're going to do a little bit of a shorter style podcast where it's like rapid fire topic, and then we have some points that we prepared. So yeah, so how's everything been, Chris?
It's been busy. Obviously, we're coming around the holiday season here, so
Right,
there's a
right,
lot been going on with work and at home. So yeah, trying to bounce back and
totally.
forth through a little. Yeah, so much as I
Right,
can.
I get that. So and probably you've noticed, we've finally gotten a modern style of doing a podcast. I had some horrible time editing
My
that we
apologies.
had set up. Yeah, my apologies. So we finally are using a more modern style of podcasting. Hopefully that goes from there. I'm gonna try and make a mic work next time. Okay. So our topic today is gonna be it's what if, right? And what if this topic can go on for like two
Literally
thousand
anything,
hours? Yeah, anything, right? Like
anything.
talk
Hypothetical
about
situations.
yeah, anything is a hypothetical.
Yeah.
Anything in life is a hypothetical. So we'll do a little different, where it's a little bit rapid fire. Is Chris and I have prepared 2 points each. Sorry, two what if scenarios each, and then we're just going to talk about it together. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're just going to get right into it. So I'll start first. So what if Abraham Lincoln was never assassinated? So some of you may not know, Abraham
Mm.
Lincoln is a president that helped us win the Civil War,
Yeah.
and pretty much a few days after the war was already over,
Yeah.
he was assassinated by somebody named John Wilkes Booth, and yeah, so when he was assassinated, America completely changed, right? So what ended up happening was we slaves, but a lot of laws were eventually created to suppress black people, oppress them. The South maintained a lot of their power and autonomy still. A lot of things. Okay, so if
Literally like the birth of America.
right, right,
Yeah.
right. So what if Abraham Lincoln was never killed? If you could probably start it off, Chris. What do you think? Just your opinion. Like, what would you say?
Oh, just like I said right there, like that was obviously he was like the 16th president, I think. So America had been around for a little bit, but that was, as you
Right.
said, the Civil War, where like that is where America was fighting against each other, ourselves.
Hmm.
And after it ended, it was like, hey, that's done. We're going to do this. And had he not been assassinated, I think obviously things would be different. Heck, if he was like assassinated earlier or like any of this is like a gray area
True.
because it would totally change like how America is today. There's a
Yo.
lot of stuff that happened that the Civil War basically formed who we are as a country. And if we didn't have that or the outcome changed because of something, like it, what if the South won from this?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. Right.
the whole thing would be totally different. Like I
That's
can't
actually
even imagine what would it would look like.
that's a good point you mentioned. I didn't think about. Yeah. What if Lincoln was killed earlier?
Yeah,
Actually, a lot of the northern senators, soldiers and generals, a lot of them wanted to quit. Like they wanted to. They kept telling Lincoln, "Okay, just make a deal." Like we're already like really tired of the war, and rightfully
we're
so. But
killing
they were,
ourselves.
yeah, we're
Yeah,
killing ourselves. Let's just get it over with. And it was like really close. Like they were
mhm.
really close to making a deal. And I believe there was a situation where some commissioners that wanted peace, they went and illegally met the Southerners to try to broker a deal, and Lincoln had them arrested. So, um,
Oh,
yeah, I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure that happened. So in the future, I'll make a video about Lincoln. So I consider Lincoln the best president America has, and
yeah.
for a lot of various reasons. But so if Lincoln was killed, if Lincoln wasn't killed, sorry, um, I would say that the American race relations would be vastly different today. There were some things that I learned about him during the Civil War. I'm not sure, you probably don't know this, Chris. It was his plan was when Americans the South, they said that, sorry, Northern soldiers were in the South. They said that we're going to let them vote to rejoin America, rejoin the
Hmm.
northern states, the United States, and we're going to have them, vote to rejoin. And a lot of his more anti-Southern cabinet, they were like, no, we must punish them. You must completely, punish them and destroy them and whatever. And Lincoln's like, no, we're going to do a vote. So, and then what's the percentage of votes? And I swear it was like 20%. So people were like flabbergasted. They're like, why would we only allow 20% to vote to rejoin the Union? It should be 51%, like a democracy. And
Yeah.
Lincoln was like, because most of those people, and you give them 20% votes, and they if 20% agree, they automatically join us again. It's a kind of reconciliation. It kind of brings peace to their mind. And I
Hmm.
think that if that were to happen, actually would probably influence a lot of people's minds where they're like, okay, maybe we don't fight. We don't have to maintain slavery. Okay, we did fight this for nothing in a way, and they would listen. And yeah, another thing, if he was never killed, I think that, oh, it's hard. I think there would be a little less racism. Like I said, with what
Hmm.
Lincoln was trying to do, I feel like Jim Crow would not exist.
Uh,
Um, I don't know, right? I mean, it's very hard. I would say the Jim Crow laws wouldn't exist. Um, like I said with what ifs, it's a big topic.
and it's
It-
it's actually kind of difficult because it's like you're trying to predict the future from the past that didn't happen.
right. There's so much to like. It's hard. It's hard to like
But
to
see, like that,
yeah.
this right here could be one too, where it's like, what if the South won or didn't want to rejoin the Union? Now we would have like instead of America that we have, it would literally be like split down like the middle of the country, where it's like
Yeah,
we'd have
yeah, 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 yeah.
United States North America, United States South, like
Yeah. I mean, I,
yeah,
I know for sure that that the British were trying to prop up the Confederacy because they really, so there was that. But then, yeah, there's too many what ifs with Lincoln not being,
anything.
yeah, there's too many. Um, all right, so we'll now go to Chris's point. What's the what if?
Actually, it kind of piggybacks off of what you were saying, but a little bit later in history.
Okay.
Obviously, everyone knows World War II, and there's
Yes.
so many that you can do in that as well. Um, but I was thinking a little bit before that, leading up to World War One, it was the
Yes.
assassination of the band Franz Ferdinand, I think.
The
No,
band.
it's like Archduke Franz Ferdinand,
Yes.
and
Yes. Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Right.
obviously when he was assassinated, that led into World War One, and
Yes.
leading out of World War One, the Treaty of Versailles came in. If again, I try to go here with like no history knowledge. Treaty of Versailles came in, and it was like putting sanctions or something like on Germany, and a
Yep.
lot of people in Germany felt that they were being mistreated, which is kind of why Hitler stepped in and then like united the nation that led into World War II. So it's like had
Yep.
Franz Ferdinand not been assassinated, we wouldn't have had World War One. Would we have had World War II? And any of that led from it. So
Right.
like
Right.
that's a
Um, I actually made a video about the person. I'll be posting the link down there below, but it's about the person that started World War One, right? The started person, and His name is Gavrilo Princip, and basically he killed Archduke Franz
Yeah.
Ferdinand. And some people have said they were like, "Oh, so you're saying Archduke Franz? Sorry, Gavrilo Princip. He started World War II. He started the
Yeah.
Cold War. He started this. And I'm like, to a certain extent, yes, but I wouldn't say like because what if you're going to what if again?
Yeah.
What if Germany and the Allies versus the Axis sorry, they called the Central Powers back then. Allies versus Central Powers in World War One. What if they lost really quickly?
Yeah.
It's okay, even though Franz Ferdinand was killed, they changed their military strategies. They're like, okay, we can't just keep losing 1 million a month or whatever it was.
It might not have led that way.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
So if we're going the timeline we have, yes, okay, Gavrilo Princip did all that. And I think it's a very interesting question. What if, he was never killed? I will say that World War One is a very unique war because I learned it in high school. It was called the isms, the 4 isms.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like, what aboutism?
No,
I was like, what?
It's called the 4 isms. So
Okay.
in high school, it was called like nationalism. Oh crap! I already forgot what the isms were.
Oh, yep. See, let this be a lesson to all you people in high school.
Basically, I might just edit this part out. Okay, but I'll just edit it out.
Keep it in. It's good. It's good.
Whatever. But basically, with it was 4 main things that happened. One, nationalism. One was the economy. Another one was colonialism. That's what it was, colonialism. And then the 4th one I can't even remember. But basically, so if Franz Ferdinand was never killed, France already wanted to fight Germany because Germany had a ton of like African colonies and I think in the East, in Asian colonies. And basically the British are like, we want that, right? So if he wasn't killed, like, I mean, there could have been another.
Yeah.
There could have been another thing that just triggers them and like, okay, we're all going to declare war. And the problem with the Archduke Franz Ferdinand was he gets killed. All the different alliances were like, okay, we got to defend. And it was just like, that's what it started. But
yeah. Because it was, I know I've heard the term powder keg before. I don't know if
right.
It was just like waiting for something to go off.
It might be related to World War One. Powder keg. Yeah, powder.
Where
keg,
it's like there was just they needed something just to do it, and when that happened, it's like it's go time.
Right.
Now going with that into World War II, kind of like us as an American, we were like, hey, we're not doing this war thing. We're staying out of this one. And then it was like, oh, Pearl Harbor's attacked. Okay, we're in. Now at that time, Hawaii was not a state. So why were we there? What if we weren't there? Would they have attacked Hawaii?
Is this your third point?
No. We just went on that because I was looking like that reason just to jump into something. See?
I actually read a book about the American Empire, and it is crazy. So the Americans kept going to finding islands in the Pacific. I'm not even kidding. We went to islands in the Pacific because these islands had a lot of this thing called the guano bird. Heard of it? Guano. And this bird pooped a lot.
Guano is poop or bat poop.
Oh, so you know it? Oh
no, I know this from Ace Ventura.
Apparently, it's this bird poop, and this bird poop was used as a valuable resource.
No, I'm almost positive it might be bat poop. Dude.
No, it is a bird. It's a bird.
It is
Guano.
okay.
It's a bird, and basically the Americans and the British were like, and the colonial countries, they were like, we want to take these islands because it has this valuable resource of bird poop, and it could become something. I think it's like a super fertilizer or whatever.
Have you ever seen Ace Ventura 2?
I have, but I don't remember this
This is
detail.
like the main plot. The tribal people there have a bat. Yeah, it's like a great white bat.
Oh,
Great
yes.
white guano, and it's like they use it for pottery. And the guy was trying to get that bat.
But it wasn't a bat right. So basically, the idea is that it's a valuable resource,
Yeah,
and so Hawaii also had it, but on top of that, Hawaii was like an actual like kingdom,
it's like
and
a
then
checkpoint. Yeah, it's right
yeah,
in the middle.
it had like good resources too,
Yeah.
so the Americans went there. That's the reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, again
Is
with
it? Is it? Or was it to keep tabs on Japan, and that's why Japan attacked?
no, we went to Hawaii in the 1880s, I think. Japan was not a thing. Japan was not a big threat then. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't
Way
there.
later, yeah, like
Yeah,
yeah. That was like us keeping tabs on them.
with
Yeah.
King Kamehameha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. I don't know when he was, but I just know that was a thing. And
Oh, I'm thinking of the last one. It's called Queen Liliuokalani or something.
all I knew is once I found out there was a King Kamehameha there, I thought, whoa, Dragon Ball. But
Yeah.
I mean, again, I just know for me, it's like
right.
anybody listening or watching this, that's what my historical stuff is. I hear it and I'm like, that's funny. And then it like
They're like,
sticks in
this
my
guy doesn't know crap. No, it's like,
no. My
okay.
second topic, actually.
We're going.
Now that we
is it
can-
mine or yours? Let's go to yours. Your
No,
second
no,
one.
no, go ahead. Go ahead, because I did Franz Ferdinand.
Yeah. Okay.
Go back to you. Yeah, we'll play tennis.
So we're going to stick with World Wars, and the second point I wanted to mention was what America never dropped the atomic bomb, and I think that's a very interesting, way to view things, because we've had previous podcasts where we mentioned we both went to the atomic bomb museums in Japan, and what if what's it called? What if we never dropped the atomic bomb? And I will say two things first, and I think people might disagree, but I think it's very much backed by evidence. First thing is, and I'm not condoning. The first thing is, if we didn't drop if America didn't drop the atomic bomb, millions more would die.
Yeah,
it's assured. Like millions more would have died. A lot of people may not know. They considered any able-bodied person a soldier, right? So there was I mean, now you can say it's a little bit over the top, but they said there's an estimated 20 million combatants in the Japanese home islands. So that's 20 million possible soldiers you have to fight. Teenagers, older people, they had guns, they were taught how to use weapons, and it's like, okay, urban warfare, okay, on the Japanese islands. And what I wanted to say was, if we didn't drop the bomb, there are actual declassified military plans where the American military said, if we don't use these bombs, we're going to do an invasion of Japan. Now, the invasions were planned in 1946. Now, people know 1945 won the war.
Yeah.
And I believe these plans were already planned beforehand. Like, they were not planned because of the atomic bomb. So
like
they did. I mean, people didn't know there were
fallout of what happened.
Yeah, I don't think it was like, if we don't drop the bomb, this is our next attack plan. It was like, we're gonna do this, and then the bomb came in and was like, should we just do the bomb, and like, like it would solve problems, quicker. So like, basically the plan of the Japanese islands, it's 4 main islands. It was going to be, I think, like 2 or 3 times bigger than D-Day, and they had over like 1.5 million soldiers prepared to invade the islands, the coasts. Yeah, and they would have been bath, right? So and they even said something like, I think they said, okay, we would invade by 1946, and the hope is by 1947 we'll win the war. And they were saying things like they were saying things like 500,000 soldiers would die in like the Japanese islands. Because if you learn about Iwo Jima, Okinawa, it's like they never surrendered practically. They just kept killing themselves, or like, it was intense. So, yeah, what would you say about that? If they never dropped the atomic bomb?
I mean, again, let's keep going on this what if here. We invade, we do all that stuff. Obviously, you're going to have a lot more people lose life and stuff. Not good for anybody. But would
Yeah.
that have actually won the war that it did now? Like, what if we did that and we were like, hey, we're not going to drop the bombs. We're going to take it like an actual like war because we don't want to cause all this death and destruction. We're just going to keep on going. And they
Hmm.
did that. And then Americans lose that war. Would they have continued to push over and then take over like America because now we're attacking them? So now they push towards America. And if that's the case, would we even have like California? Would I be talking to you right now about this?
Yeah, right.
So like,
I mean, I would assure you that I would still be Asian, though.
and I would assure you I would still look like this. So I don't think we would be friends. But no, but it's like we, as an American, we made a choice to do that, knowing that that impact would happen.
Mhm.
Obviously, now later in the future, literally like 80 years later, we look at it from a different perspective. But then, as an Oppenheimer, the movie
Mm,
where they're like talking about like, hey, we shouldn't do this, and then all of a sudden it happens, and you can see in his face where it's like, this is not a good thing.
mm,
Even the
yes.
pilot has like regretted that, and it's like, had we not done that, we would have
Yeah.
had countless other people doing that. The war would have continued for a couple of years. Is it worth it? I again, I don't know what it would look like from looking at it from the past future. Um, but it had we gone in, yes, we won D-Day. I guess we stormed Normandy and we took it.
Mhm.
Does that mean we would have taken Japan where they don't surrender? Like I have no idea if that would have even been an option. It took
Right.
us 2 bombs to do that. Would they
And
would they have
yeah,
surrendered if it was just a normal
I,
storming of
I
four
think,
beaches?
I think Japan's population was like 40 million back then. So it's like, what are we going to kill 40 million people? Like they never surrender. And it's like, yeah. And
Like
another
that's
what if you mentioned is like, what if the atomic bomb didn't work?
oh
Two, and
yeah.
we dropped two, and they're just like, nah, we're not going to surrender.
Or
It's like,
or what if the
oh
bomb
crap.
didn't work and it's like
Oh, just in general. Yeah,
like it
I
doesn't
meant in
work.
the sense of like if they
It
didn't
doesn't
surrender,
stop them.
they're
Yeah.
like, no, use 100 more. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
damn,
Like
like
or if
yeah,
they're like there's so many things that we can like
yeah,
the
yeah.
second you open up that like what if it didn't like oh gosh it's like a multiverse where it just like spirals outwards like well this would have happened well what about
Multiverse.
this
Right,
um
right. Yeah,
wow yeah
it's bro. Okay, we're gonna go to our final point and
and
then try to end it.
and
So
oddly enough this was the surprise that I didn't tell you about and again it kind of fits with your previous topic.
the World War II one.
Yeah, let's go with
Okay.
this. I need you to get a little out of context and go a little wild with me on this one. You know how I
Okay.
like to go a little abstract sometimes.
Yes.
What if instead of a bomb being dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki for World War II,
Yes.
what if the asteroid that destroyed the dinosaurs did not hit the Earth? We're going all the way back to the Stone Age. Could you
Oh, you're saying
imagine?
what if the asteroid didn't hit the Earth?
Yeah, like what if it didn't hit and the dinosaurs were still around and we still are around with them? Like it's instead of
So
being like, "Hey mom, I'm going to the store," instead of being like, "All right, see you later." You're like, "All right, I'm going." She's like, "Make sure you take your machete and like M16 to fight off any wild dinosaurs." Like that would be nuts.
wow.
Yeah, didn't think I was going there with this
Being
one.
that I'm not a archaeologist slash anthropologist, based
Like,
on what they said about
okay.
what if, so what if, based on what they said about dinosaurs, it's like when they got wiped out, start over, not humanity, start over wildlife again, like
Well, yeah,
be-
because there's been like 6 mass extinctions on like the planet or something.
right. What
Something
one was the
something like
last
that.
one?
I think it was the
Ten
dinosaurs or Ice
thousand
Age.
Ice Age, maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
So
we're needing a new one, by the way.
whoa,
But
okay.
it's
Um,
2023. No, but
but
yeah, like I was thinking, like people are scared to go to bed at night when it's a thunderstorm outside. Could you imagine going to bed at night, turning off your light, and there's a dinosaur outside?
But
Or like
your premise is, if would humans and dinosaurs coexist? I don't know about that.
Oh, no. I don't think we would. I think, knowing us as humans with every other animal, it's like, I like that fur, I want it, and we're gonna kill it. And we'll probably
No,
wipe
I yeah, right. But I meant more in the DNA sense. Like, would humans have come out at the
I see. I don't know.
I don't
I was more looking at like that asteroid never hit near, what is it,
right
Cancun or whatever, the Yucatan
somewhere in
Peninsula
Mexico.
area.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's like,
right.
had that never hit and it didn't wipe out the dinosaurs and we were still living with them, how, like, what would we be
But
like
you have
as a
to
species?
realize humans were not alive back then.
I understand that. We came out of that. We again
Yeah.
won.
There's actually a movie called 65 million BC. Have you heard of that? It's like a
I have
movie with like dinosaurs and or like fake dinosaurs with humans like walking around, and it has
wait,
like
is this that Adam Driver movie?
oh no, but I know,
Oh,
yeah, similar
okay.
concept.
I again live in Japan. Most of the movies we get are we get Japanese movies, but we get the big ones, and they usually come out way afterwards.
Right.
Um, I only have heard about that 65 million, I guess, with Adam Driver from like
Yes.
YouTube advertisements, but I don't even know if it came out here. So if you're talking about a different
It was
movie,
on Netflix.
oh no, I
Wait a
don't have
second.
I have
Netflix
Netflix. I
or
can get Netflix.
Amazon?
Don't have it. Oh, like
No, I
Amazon
think
Video?
it was Netflix. I
Oh, okay.
watched it. It was meh. Meh.
Are you talking about
Um
your movie or Adam Driver?
no, Adam Driver's. It
Oh,
was
okay.
meh. No,
Okay.
my movie is not even good. It's just a famous film because it's Raquel Welch. You heard of her?
I think from Seinfeld.
Huh?
I think
Seinfeld.
The sitcom. We've jumped off topic. I
Okay.
think the Seinfeld
But,
sitcom mentions Raquel Welch.
oh, maybe, yeah. So it was a movie about like she was like a like barbarian woman like in bikini or whatever, and like there's dinosaurs roaming around. Anyway, but yeah, the question is like it's too hard to answer because if you're talking about the viewpoint of like yeah like humans did come about still,
Yeah, I'm just making it simple.
I would say Jurassic Park. Like humans
Oh,
would
like what we
somehow
keep in a
tame
zoo.
them. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah. If you're
okay.
talking about
So,
humanity currently with dinosaurs currently, oh, it's gonna be like
oh,
Jurassic Park
yeah,
because like
it
we
probably
have the
would.
tech. We're gonna be like we know how to we know how to like
Okay.
fight them or
So,
whatever.
here's another
You
thing.
know.
If you're going on that route, obviously
Mhm.
Americans, we kept animals in zoos, and at some point in our history, people.
Right.
Anyways,
Yeah. Right.
we would probably catch the dinosaurs, or as I said earlier, where it's like, I like that fur, I want it. We would kill them. Could you imagine though, like flying in like an airplane? It's like, this is your captain speaking. Look out on the left hand side. There's a pterodactyl. Okay, we have to
Right.
over here.
Well,
Like,
can they go that high?
oh, I don't know about that, but
Yeah, I don't know about
like you're flying, taking off, and all of a sudden, like this thing comes after you because it thinks it's like a thing. Like, I'm thinking like Turok
that. They
style.
don't fly that high, that fast,
Right,
like
but
a freaking 500 mile per hour jet.
no, but if you're the I was going to
The
say the
Wright
Wright
brothers?
brothers. There you go. Yeah, the Wright brothers.
Yeah.
The Wright
Oh
brothers.
crap!
Is-
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
All right. Hey man, I'm going to push you off this hill. Watch out for that pterodactyl on the right, though. Like that's.
This
Uh,
Triceratops is gonna get me. It's like, all right, buddy.
but like that right there, Triceratops. I
Right.
know they're herbivores, but
Yeah.
like obviously they're an animal that we'd have to tame, like a bull or a horse. But I
Mhm.
think a whole bunch of extra. Uh,
Your internet just
horse.
died there.
Oh,
I'm gonna cut. You don't worry.
okay. I was saying
These
we could,
herbivores.
yeah, herbivores. We would have a whole bunch more horsepower, except it wouldn't be called horsepower. It would be called like tria power or something. Like we would like harness,
Tricera power.
yeah, stega power. We would have We would use these dinosaurs for things. What if we flew on triceratopses instead of airplanes? Like it's
I
like
think
freaking
that was the
Avatar.
premise of that movie. 65 million BC, they had that
Oh,
crap. I think so. It was like ridiculous. Yeah.
okay. This is your
Um,
captain speaking. Here's your co-pilot. Okay. So
what you should really say about what if is like, what if Planet of the Apes was real? Like,
oh
oh
no,
damn.
see, I was actually gonna go way back earlier with this, but I thought the dinosaurs was like a valuable option. And I was gonna say, what if in the creation of the solar system, that asteroid from interstellar space did not make contact with Earth, knocking it off 12 degrees and creating a moon, which pulls on the ocean's currents and creates life on the planet. Like I was gonna go there, but I was like, nah, that's. But yeah,
Yeah,
just
that
like
was
what if?
that was certainly a very off topic. Wow.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was thinking, I was like, what if dinosaurs were still around? Like your everyday life would change totally. It's like, oh,
I
we're driving down
I remember
35,
like
and all of a
I
sudden there's a T-Rex.
I still remember like with history stuff. I believe he first discovered dinosaur bones in like the 1800s. Now
Oh, whoa.
that's a mind. Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
guess,
Like they didn't even know it existed. They just had like rumors of like, oh, there's dragons in the air.
dragons and
It's like,
stuff. Yeah.
okay, that's not. But
Well, see, this could be a
so there you
whole
go.
nother topic about a podcast about like religion and like what they say with like dragons and stuff, because
Right,
we
right,
might have
right.
found a bone and been like, what is this? But
Yeah, but apparently the first dinosaur bones were discovered in like the 1800s,
I'm
maybe 1700. No, I think it'll be 1800s
and I'm
because that's
wondering
when they
why.
started having that like discovery of like,
Like,
oh, the
where did we come
past.
from? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
like
for sure.
1400s and all that stuff, it was like music and like paintings and like exploration.
Music, yeah,
It was like Mozart and stuff.
just the
It's
period of music and
yeah,
painting. Yeah,
it's like, all right, what did we do from
Renaissance. Yeah,
1400 to 1500? It's like
the
music. We got to figure out how to play these black
right,
and white keys together. But it's like
right.
you've got music, you got painting, you got art, and then I guess
Yes,
it would make sense where it's like, hey, where did we come from?
right,
So
right.
yeah,
Yeah, that's this is what makes this topic what if it can go on basically forever because
absolutely.
yeah,
And I think
all
that's what
different
we do best is we just bounce back and forth on
yeah,
weird stuff.
yeah, completely off topic, completely on topic. It's yeah,
Yeah,
but what if it's just it can go anywhere. Yeah, there's like the topics we presented more history related, but there's too many different things that can be discussed with and yeah, so as of right now we're at like 32 minutes, 30 something minutes,
yeah,
so that's pretty much our podcast today. And so going forward we're going to try and keep doing more of these shorter podcasts with preparedness of discussion.
yeah.
Down the line we could do, you know, a much longer one with a proper guest, or I don't know. But yeah, so hope you enjoyed on the idea of what if. You can comment below if you
Yeah.
have any interesting what if scenarios. Um, so yeah, if you enjoy this, just please like, subscribe, and share. And that's it for tonight. Tonight. Okay, we'll see you guys. Bye bye.
Yeah. Later.
Peace. Bye.